Good morning, everyone. It's Monday, June 3rd, 2024. My name is Sam Shalhoub, and it's time for your daily dispatch. So, first up, according to Zero Hedge, Louisiana reaffirms gold and silver as legal tender. More of a crisis for the banking industry, it looks like to me. According to Zero Hedge again, U.S. drivers overwhelmingly prefer gasoline cars to EVs. Just 21% of consumers prefer an electric vehicle. It's not surprising. That whole EV initiative is losing steam daily. This next story is interesting. Here in California, it's always prided itself on the ability of citizens to vote on changes in the law directly through referenda and ballot measures. Well, there's a ballot measure that's having to do with taxes here in California. And the people here are trying to keep the government from making these tax changes, which is their legal right to do here in California. But in oral arguments, the attorneys supporting the challenge explained to the justices that citizens are simply not equipped to deal with the complexities of taxation and should not be allowed to render such a decision. My gosh, I mean, they're just coming right out and saying it. They don't want the people to have any control. Well, I got news for you. People here in California have had it, and we're standing up to this, whatever you want to call this government. Now, this next story I have not been able to corroborate. I don't know if it's true or not, but it looks like it's possible that the Yemeni Houthis launched a missile attack in the direction of the U.S. aircraft carrier, the Eisenhower. It was in the Red Sea in response to the U.S. and British strikes in Yemen. I discussed that with you last week about during the whole President Trump conviction, we were bombing Yemen. Well, again, I can't corroborate it, but retired Colonel Douglas McGregor came out on X and said that Yemeni Air Force releases announcement of targeted strikes on the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower in the Red Sea, and that corporate media is denying these claims. Now, again, it would take an awful lot of firepower to even penetrate anywhere around an aircraft carrier, but I find it interesting that Douglas McGregor came out with a statement about it. And I'll certainly keep my eye on it and let you know if I find anything else on it. According to Bitcoin Magazine, President Trump, became the first American president to accept Bitcoin as payment for his campaign donations. Now, he's spoken a lot about Bitcoin. As most of you know, I'm a proponent of Bitcoin, not necessarily of cryptocurrency. And again, if you want to learn how to buy Bitcoin, hold it, or just learn about it, go to samshalhoub.com and you can click the link there, and I will personally show you how to do it. President Trump, as of Saturday morning, I think he came on a Friday night, but he is now on TikTok. And I find that interesting. So many people were talking bad about TikTok, and all of a sudden now President Trump is on it. Could this have something to do with Executive Order 13818 or 13848? Well, I think it's quite possible. But I, for one, am glad to see President Trump on TikTok. Oh, and by the way, he went from 0 to 3.5 million as of last night. And Biden is at around 300,000 and change. But yeah, he got 81 million votes. Sure. The U.S. Postal Service made its price hike official on Friday, raising the price of stamps from 68 cents to 73 cents. Now, that's a 36% increase from 5 years ago. Yet they're trying to tell us we have a 3% inflation rate? I don't think so. And I think this is just more proof that those numbers are cooked. Wall Street Silver came out with an article and said while no one was paying attention, the Reserve Bank of India silently moved over 100 tons of its gold reserves from the United Kingdom to India for the first time since 1991. India will now hold most of its gold in its own vaults. The Reserve Bank of India also purchased 24 tons of gold in just 4 months, which is 1.5 times more than its gold purchases for all of 2023. As we all know, the switch is coming, and it's my personal belief that gold, silver, and Bitcoin are going to be an integral portion of that switch, and I think this is simply more proof of that. Over the weekend, several water mains broke in Atlanta simultaneously. I don't know the total number, but I find it interesting that so many would fail in an order that it's just not explainable. Was it some sort of an attack? Well, your guess is as good as mine, but I'll certainly keep an eye on it. And then lastly today, President Trump's campaign raised a staggering $200 million since the Thursday conviction. He's on his way up. We are winning. We're moving in the right direction. And I, for one, am glad to see it. So that's all we have for today. If you'd like to support this channel, go to mypillow.com, enter in the discount code SAM, or go to samshalhoub.com. You can buy me a cup of coffee. There's so many different ways to do it, and I appreciate all the support. So in the meantime, I hope that you have a great day, and we'll talk again soon.